The boys are back in town. Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all of the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk. I'm joined, as always, by my brother Bill. How you doing, brother Bill?
I'm doing well. Guess who's coming back today?
Today, we are talking about the season finale of season 3 of the Amazon Prime TV series, The Boys. Very excited to talk about this one. What did you?
Excitement.
What were your initial thoughts of just the season as a whole, the finale? Were you satisfied with what we got?
Oh man, I was satisfied. Like you got, you know how when you have good sex, but then and then the sex leaves, and you be like, but I know it's coming back, but I really want some more sex.
But you know it's not going to be for another year at least.
I mean, at least. At least. So yeah, I'm happy, but I'm sad. And these shows never have shows like The Boys never have an actual target date. This is when we come back.
Right.
I think the last one came out in August last season. So It's just you're never sure what the fuck, when the fuck you're about to see this shit again.
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
so I'm satisfied, but I'm not satisfied.
Yeah, obviously, COVID put a pause on everything for a couple of years, so everything ended up being delayed. But it's turning into not being such that outlier for shows to take 2-3 years for us to get a new season. I feel like Game of Thrones is the ones who started that trend. But it's just because these shows cost a lot of money, take a lot of time.
When you do them in the scale that they do them, the good ones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you do them in the scale, on these big scales, it's gonna take a couple of years to do. But I'm on my way.
Selling drugs with these big scales. I was out here with that drug talk. Moving weight.
Yeah, I really like this episode. Really like this season. I feel like it's just as good as the first. Way better than the second, or not way better than the second. They've all been amazing, but I just feel like this has just been incredible storytelling. Shout out to Sarah Boyd, who directed this episode. She is she's
a psychopath.
This episode is incredible.
I'm sorry.
She's definitely a damaged person. Yeah,
shout out to everybody who was writing, makeup, everybody. You did an amazing job. It was all great, and and we would love to interview 1 or 5, all of you. You know what I'm saying? People, makeup artists.
Yeah, if you want to
know
hang
what I'm
out
saying, video crew, you know what I'm saying? we fucks with it. If you fight choreographers, you know what I'm saying? Choreographers, excuse me. If you want to fight with us on debate, in a debate style or conversation style, please don't try to fight us in real life.
Please don't hurt us.
But just come on over here and watch us and hang out with us and let us chit chat, man. Let's get these interviews going.
Yeah. Let's talk to somebody who's
put in the comments who you want us to interview.
Let's just jump in right into this episode. Homelander locates Ryan with the help of Newman. Like you had mentioned, that's the piece of paper that she handed him with the address to where Ryan was.
Man, yep.
I like the scene a lot because Ryan is embracing Homelander. It felt believable because Homelander was the only person who doesn't judge him for what he did, and that's for good or ill, because Homelander just doesn't care about collateral damage in general. But in that moment, you can see how that comforts Ryan because he's been wrestling with that guilt, and Butcher only made that worse.
As I say, it's really because Butcher just fucked him up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you really,
fucking tosser.
Yeah, you really see that contrast between Billy and Homelander, and you can see that Homelander is being genuine too when he tells him like he's
he's being genuine because he genuinely doesn't give a shit about anybody else other than himself. So
right.
He's not lying to him when he says it doesn't matter that I don't care that you did those things. Like, yeah, of course he does.
Well, you'll even more so when he's like, that's not your fault, right? Like you can see he's actually trying to comfort him.
Yeah, but it's in his own fucked up detachment from humanity. Like he doesn't see himself as a human because he's the first of his kind that was actually created, not born a human being and then given compound V.
Right.
After he was born, he was actually nutted out of a cup. Nutted into a cup. And just kind of poured out of a cup.
I think Soldier Boy said, "I beat it off in the cup.
I beat my meat into a cup.
I beat my meat to a cup." Yeah.
I beat my meat into a cup. I remember the penthouse I used.
I don't know why I love
the first time I saw that episode too, I was like, he said, I even remember the penthouse I used, but it wasn't until the second time I thought he was actually in a penthouse.
Right, me too.
But then the second time I watched it, I was like, oh, he's talking about Penthouse, the magazine that nobody fucking looks at anymore at all. Nobody's nobody's picked up a Penthouse since 1993.
Yeah, I believe that was the exact date.
I was the last one. I was 7 years old.
I was there.
I was 7 years old and I picked it up and I beat my meat in a cup. I beat my meat into a cup.
Before leaving with Soldier Boy, Butcher knocks out Huey and leaves him in a gas station so he doesn't take the Temp V. And then Annie is forced to pick him up, and they reconcile basically. They kind of get over their problems.
Not before there's a crazy situation outside of what's it called?
Vought
Tower.
Oh,
and their protests are going crazy, and Ashley in the deep panic because the Attorney General is allegedly coming to check out and see if Maeve is safe.
Right.
And Maeve was able to manage a breakout. But we do notice one little moment where Ashley is like, "I'm sorry," to Maeve when she's like gassing her.
Right.
Showing that she does have some human element that was foreshadowing a moment that happened at the end of the show. So
yeah, Ashley does. The actress has been killing it this whole time, but you see the little glimmers of humanity in her.
So then Maeve gets away and. Well, and, you kind of glazed over it, but Annie and... We talked about this. We said that Annie and Huey would get back together. I did not think it would be as quickly as they did it. And if they told me it was going to be that quick, I would have thought it wouldn't work, but it really did. Yeah. I was like, these dudes be writing. These dudes really be writing.
Well, Huey pulled out his signature move, which is telling someone a story about his mom or dad. Or Billy Joel or something.
Right, something that nobody cares about, and then bring it right back to something that you do care about.
Right. I know when he started telling that story, well, at least when I watched it for the second time, I was like, he has done this at least once every season.
Pizza rolls. Which is kind of how I knew it was going to happen, because like how the dynamic of which they've written this character, or these two characters, they're kind of like the canary in the coal mine, both of them. And it's interesting that her costume is all, yellow and white.
Right.
Like a canary.
Yeah, like a canary.
Because they're like, hey, look, we're going too far. And aren't we really heroes? Like, type shit. So they represent what it's supposed to look like. And everybody else in the whole fucking universe is like just what it actually is.
Right.
So I was surprised that they got back together so quickly. But I was very happy that it went so smoothly, and we can just keep on moving on to the next thing.
Then Noir returns to the tower, and he gives Homelander a big old hug with the cartoon hearts. He's still got his cartoon homeboys at his side, but Homelander
fuck up Soldier Boy.
Fuck up Soldier Boy.
That was great. I love those little cartoons. But then later, Homelander basically, he kills Noir because he didn't tell him about Soldier Boy. Didn't tell him that Soldier Boy.
So what
did
you think about that scene?
I thought it was. I thought it was an interesting scene. I'm actually very surprised he didn't kill him when he first showed up, because I just assumed that that's what was going to happen instead of them hugging, or at least they were going to get into a fight. But I thought it was a cool scene, but I did bump up against Noir's death a little bit, just because his power level has been shown. His power level seems to be a little inconsistent, because he seemed to take out Maeve, but he does. And spoiler alert for the rest of the episode, Maeve gets into a fight with Homelander, and she seems to hold her own pretty well.
No, not just hold her own. She was able to make him bleed his own blood.
Yeah, what makes me bleed my own blood. It seems like the power level, there's a little inconsistency, because Homelander kills Noir with one punch.
But he's really close.
He is really close.
And also, yeah, that was pretty inconsistent, man. I don't know what's going on with that. That was really weird. But, maybe they aren't being inconsistent, and maybe, you don't know if she got drugged or, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what happened, how he apprehended him. And it was both of them, not just one of them. So,
that's true.
Just to be fair.
That's true. But we've seen Noir just whip Starlight's ass. We've seen him just straight whip Kamiko's ass.
Most everybody's ass.
So it's it was just surprising. It's like, oh shit, that's how he goes out.
He got the better of Soldier Boy in that cartoon until I don't know what he did. I don't know why he stopped whipping his ass. Then he just had his head split open like a goddamn cheap coconut.
Yeah, that was another thing. I was like, God damn, I guess Soldier Boy is really strong, because he is just even in the scene where they're in the boxing ring, Soldier Boy handed Noir his fucking lunch. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess Noir is not as strong as we thought. He's just slightly stronger Batman.
I think that he's just not as strong as Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
And I don't think that, looking back on it, I don't know if Homelander is as strong as Soldier Boy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It does seem like they were pretty evenly matched when they fought the first time. Because Butcher jumps into that fight pretty early on,
which we find out that those laser beams don't do nothing to Soldier Boy really at all. So it's like
they knocked him back a tad, but
I think that's where he gets the little cut on his face. I'm like, where did he get the cut?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
In that fight scene, wonderful fight scene. I watched it 2 times. I've got to say, you want to see some superhero fighting superheroes or supervillains or something. And we ain't really got none of that. It's just a bunch of people getting exploded by super people.
Right, yeah. You know what? It's funny.
It was good to see a actual super people fight.
Yeah.
It's the first one.
Yeah, it was really dope. It was nice to see, because the last time we got a big, fight was the end of last season. So that was really cool. Speaking of which, before we get to that, Butcher, Maeve, and Soldier Boy lock the rest of the boys and Annie in a safe to prevent them from interfering with the plan. Because the boys try to reason with Butcher, but he's not having it.
Not having it.
So they lock him in the safe. So it gives them a little head start. So Butcher and Soldier Boy end up confronting Homelander at Vought Tower. What did you think of all this whole scene, with Soldier Boy and Homelander, them actually finally meeting up? Because no one knew exactly how they were going to react. We
speculated, and we got probably the closest accurate answer, which is that they was gonna fight.
Yeah.
And most everybody thought they were gonna team up, Wonder Twin powers activate, and I saw some theories where Ryan was, gonna be the one who turns on Homelander in the future seasons. I'm like, maybe. But I like the whole interaction because it's the first time that what's his name? Eccleston?
Oh yeah, Jensen Ackles.
Ackles. Jensen Ackles.
It's like two names.
Well,
First name and
that's
last
one
name
interview we're not
before.
getting now. Thanks very much.
Hey, we got weird last names too.
Hey, so yeah, no, Jensen Ackles, man, he got to really show his chops right there. You know, he was like, he's really acting in this one.
Yeah,
because he's like doing a lot of thinking. You know, but he's comes out at the end and tricks all y'all, and he's like, I wish I had a chance to raise you, make you better.
Yeah. Oh,
then
man,
you wouldn't be such a pussy. Then you wouldn't be such a pussy. You're such a disappointment.
That was. I
was like, oh, nigga, he cold blooded with that shit. Whoa, cold blooded on your ass, bro. Hey, god damn.
Like that. Yeah, that was so rough. And he was. Like seeing the two of them, they've really been like the highlights of the season, Jensen and Anthony, and seeing them have like that short scene together, it was really great. And Homelander pulling out Ryan was like a real shock. That was one element I was not expecting.
Pulled him out like a a paternity test. He pulled him out like a paternity test at a Mari episode. He just like, well, come on out here. But what I didn't tell you is we have her here in the back. Please come on back. Teresa, come on back. He's like, damn, Teresa here.
Oh my God.
Y'all ain't even tell me that bitch was here. I thought I saw her on the plane, and she said she was coming to LA for something else.
Yeah, that was wild, and you would think that would make Soulja Boy want to join in on this whole family thing, because especially he had this monologue earlier about or the story earlier about how his father saw him as a disappointment, and he always wanted a kid because he thought he would be able to do it better.
Because I always thought I could do it better.
And you could see, like,
both of them, they thought that they both could just be better parents than the people who actually raised them.
Yeah.
And I think that is bullshit. I think psychopaths run in the blood. Clearly, Soulja Boy's father was a fucking psychopath. Fucking psychopath. I didn't know I was doing his voice my whole life until recently. So, Jensen Ackles, I gotta tell you, I'm sorry I mispronounced your name because we both have beautiful fucking voices. And I should never have messed up a god's name like yours. So,
yeah, he was,
shout out to you fucking pussy. Because clearly Soulja Boy is a psychopath.
Yeah, clearly.
Because his father was a psychopath, and his son is a psychopath. And maybe now Ryan's a psychopath.
I mean, well, yeah, you could see, and we talked about this a little bit off pod, but like how, it is a little bit of nature versus nurture, because you obviously see how Homelander's lack of any parents made him starve for attention, and you can see how Soulja Boy's terrible upbringing made him starve for attention, but just in like a different way. But Ryan, you could see him you could see his future of being like a well-adjusted human being under the tutelage of Mallory and Butcher when he was being nice at the beginning of the season. But him pushing him away and pushing him essentially in the arms of Homelander is what will end up making this shift in his psyche and just like being more in line with Homelander and Soulja Boy. And it's crazy that Soulja Boy even rejects Homelander because he clearly wanted that love from his father. He wanted it so bad he had experiments done on him. But now he's shunning Homelander for also wanting that acceptance. It's so twisted.
And so then Ryan gets in the way, little brat. Got in the way, and Soulja Boy's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just kill all of y'all. How about that? I'm gonna kill both of y'all then. So he goes to kill him, and Butcher's like, no. And Maeve is like, I don't know. Maybe we should just let him just do it. And
yeah, she was totally
he was
ready.
like,
she really wants to
I can't do that. And she's like, I ain't gonna stop you, but please don't do that. And then they did that. He stopped him. And then Homelander gets up, going at the lasers, the laser beams, and his lasers.
Yeah, we get that little look between Homelander and Butcher.
Then Homelander and Butcher go at it. I'm telling you, the whole fight scene, everything was great. Maeve fighting Homelander and clearly being a better fighter than he is because she's been training all the season. And Homelander doesn't fight anybody ever. He just always. I mean, and he actually did pretty good for somebody who doesn't fight anybody. I thought maybe that shouldn't be the case because who are they fighting? You never see them actually fighting anybody,
right?
And I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe the argument could be that he's so much faster than everyone else that it's just harder to hit him, and he's not actually a great fighter. He's just able to block things.
Right.
Because I'm like, how can he be blocking all this shit? Nigga, you suck. You don't never fight nobody ever in life.
Yeah, I get that sense too, because he was just, his fighting style was more lazily just like, block, punch, and I think that could just be a tribute to him just being stronger and faster than Maeve.
And also not wanting to actually kill Maeve.
Right, yeah, because he's like, I
don't know. He did laser her, so he was probably trying to kill her.
Right. Yeah, at that point he was probably just like, all right, fuck this now, goddammit. But then she gets the better of him, and it looks like she's about to kill him, but then Soldier Boy is about to just like kill all the boys.
Well, first of all, Huey goes into the control room and evacuates the entire building, but also sees Starlight laying on the ground about to get beat down by old boy Soldier Boy. And because he was throwing all them around like little rag dolls, boy. I'm talking about he was throwing their ass.
Throwing them all around.
Bow. This is why didn't nobody fuck with Soldier Boy for a very long time. This is why this nigga was just allowed to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. Because he was just whooping niggas' ass.
And you got imagine, back there with
that's why Edgar got rid of him. It didn't have nothing to do with succession or anything. You can't tell that guy what to do. Clearly, nobody was telling Soldier Boy what to do. He was just like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, the shit that he was doing, it was only because he wanted to do it.
Like, I don't give a fuck about this money. I've been alive for fucking 4 generations.
Yeah, and Huey turns up the lights and makes Annie a Super Saiyan for a little bit. And that she gets a good blast off, enough to weaken Soldier Boy, so Mother's Milk can get the little gas mask around him.
Which clearly didn't really work at all because this nigga was still about to blow up everybody.
That was one aspect that I was like, y'all have been sweating this fucking gas for like 3 episodes and then twice this episode. And then it just
at best, it put him to sleep.
Yeah, at best.
I mean, like for a little, it made him a little tired.
Right.
It gave him like emphysema for 15 minutes.
Right.
Like got him really stoned. Like maybe hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, because he was still talking and shit.
He
was still talking shit.
He's like, I ain't going back in that fucking box. He was gonna kill everybody.
Around. Yeah. And then Maeve, and I like this, that she had a choice to either kill Homelander or save everybody, and she decided to sacrifice herself essentially by jumping out the window with Soldier Boy and exploding on the outside of the building.
Yeah, I mean, possibly kill Homelander. I think she was trying to commit suicide. Because she was like, fuck it, these dudes ain't gonna give me what I want. I can't live like this because he's just gonna try to harvest my eggs and make my life a living hell. I gotta kill this nigga or he gotta kill me. That's why she wouldn't let him go. She was just gonna fight. She was like, nope, I'm gonna try to kill this motherfucker. Yeah. And if he can't kill me, I can't. If I can't kill him, he got to kill me. Right. I think she was really in a like suicide mode at that point. But that's why she was like, "Fuck it, now I gotta go over here and save these motherfuckers." It's the same shit. I'm gonna die anyway. But then, she does not die.
She does.
This is crazy. And I even wrote it down. I had relevant deaths, and I had excuse me, I just burped. But yeah, I had Black Noir, and then Maeve. I wrote Maeve down, and then I'm like, damn, she came back like right after that. I'm like, damn, okay, she didn't die. Was she goddamn? Maybe. Well, my theory about most of these soups is that they don't die at all.
Yeah,
because in the comic book they don't actually die. Their blood, being that it has so much compound V in it, they like reanimate. And Vought keeps them on lockdown somewhere down there on the 12th floor at the bottom, or 12 floors below. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that, and they've mentioned like the 12 floor below area before. I think that's where May was being held, actually.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not. I'll be curious if they're actually gonna introduce like the zombie elements from the comics.
It'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Callback for stuff and like, oh man, you bringing people back and have like a zombie episode. Like,
yeah, that'd be cool. And Maeve goes off into the sunset with her girl. I guess they made up. But
they only broke up so Maeve could keep her safe because Homelander's a psychopath.
Yeah, but then they made it seem like when they
yeah, but she still but even after even after she came out as a lesbian, she still couldn't have her in her life because she knew that he was just going to use her as a pincushion.
Right. I thought after she saw the video though, she was like, "Oh, well, you're actually an awful person."
Yeah, but I don't know.
But maybe I'm just missing like a time where they got back together because like
I think that doesn't matter at all.
In a while. But yeah, like then
I think saving the world makes up for that.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, Newman. Later on, we see that Newman is chosen as Bob Singer's Dakota Bob.
And also, yes, Dakota Bob is Bob Singer on Supernatural. He is.
Well, Bob Singer is that dude is on Supernatural, but also Bob Singer is the name of a producer for Supernatural.
No, Bob. Go look it up.
I looked it up. That Bob Singer is the name of a producer from Supernatural. Because like when he said it on in the interview, he said something about Bob.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive. If I wasn't using my phone right now, the character's name is Bob Singer. I'm pretty friggin' positive.
Okay, that would not surprise me because they like naming characters after him, apparently. She's named Singer's running mate after the Deep kills who his running mate was supposed to be. Which I thought was kind of funny news coverage where it was like, tragedy has struck, the vice presidential nominee is dead. In other news, the new vice presidential nominee is Victoria Newman.
Yeah, in less than 5 minutes.
Nothing sketchy about that at all.
Nah, not at all. Well, we got to keep things moving. America's waiting on us, depending on us to get shit right. No, yeah, that was crazy, but you know, it's comic book TV show.
Yeah.
So. And this show and this whole world is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Starlight is now part of the boys.
Yeah. Threw her costume away.
And Ryan,
oh yeah, the last
Homelander blew a nigga's head off.
Yeah. Yeah. The last scene was crazy.
Ryan in the head with a fucking A-Train energy drink.
Yeah, that dude was out of pocket.
Fucking out of pocket. Actually, how do you fucking miss fucking Homelander and hit this little kid? You can't throw for shit. You needed your fucking cap peeled back, but not by Homelander.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
It even
shout out to Trump saying he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and not get arrested because that's what that was a callback to.
Yeah, absolutely a callback to that.
Also, probably the last time you ever hear me say shout out to Trump. But I mean, that's the only reason we have that scene. So you're welcome.
You're welcome. It was a wild way to end the season, and I really loved the shot at the very, very end where everybody's applauding, and you see the smile eke up on Ryan's face because this is like more of that nature versus nurture thing. I
liked it, but I just got that. Oh man,
yeah.
I was like, man, come on, man, that's my boy Ryan. Damn, boy. Now see, you know what? I thought it was the only Ryan in the world that I thought I liked, but now I got back to zero. Come on, Ryans out there, don't disappoint me. Like and subscribe, and leave a comment and make me care about Ryans again. I hate Ryans right now, all of them.
It's like, hey, I'm a Ryan, and I'm cool.
Right, yeah. Come on, speak up for y'all, because y'all, you know what? I don't like having to be negative out here about this. I need y'all to represent y'all's name right.
Yeah, Ryan Homelander is giving y'all a bad... I guess his last name's Homelander. I don't know.
Yeah, Homelander don't know what his last name is. His name is Homelander.
Yeah, I guess his first name is John, because Maeve called him John. So maybe it's John Homelander.
Yeah, right. And Ben Soldier Boy.
Ben Soldier Boy. I love this season. Love the way it all ended, and I'm really excited to see like how Ryan being raised by Homelander turns out, because that's a Superboy that Superboy is already angsty in the comic books. Superboy who's evil.
I think there's a theory that Ryan's gonna be Soldier Boy in the next coming seasons.
Oh yeah,
what do you think?
Oh, like he's just gonna like take on the Soldier Boy name?
Yeah, and be like the little sidekick.
Okay, that would be crazy. That'd be interesting. Because, like, you know, like it'd be kind of like how the Captain America mantle kind of gets passed around from character to character. They could play with that a little bit. Also, just having him have a little sidekick. That could be interesting. They've obviously gone off of where the trajectory of the comic books a lot. So what's happening next is going to be hard to predict. But that makes it that much more fun, right? Right, guys? No?
Right? All right, guys? Right? That's what you like right now, and you say something in the comments.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm acting like this is Blue's Clues. We're just like, this is going to be fun, right, guys? All right. But thank you for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We try to do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like, subscribe so you can get updates on new videos, and check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little soldier boys.
Soldier boy,
and may the force be with you. You.